Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. We're very honored to have in the studio Nancy Eckerle. She is the Executive Director for the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. Nancy, there's a lot of things going on with the Jasper Chamber, but one thing we want to highlight is just recently, June has retired.
Yes, June Schnaus, our longtime secretary at the Chamber. She was with us for 16 years, and she definitely will be missed, and I wanted to thank her for all of the hard work and the service and the dedication throughout all those years, and it was always just a pleasure to come to work working with June, and I just wanted to thank her and let everyone know she's retired, so I'm happy for her.
Yeah, it's great. She did do a great job, and it was a nice little reception that you held.
It was,
we enjoyed that.
Yeah, we had over 50 people show up. I thought it was great, so it was just a nice way to kind of let her know that people appreciated all the work she did.
Well, June, good luck to you. Enjoy your retirement.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Let's talk about some events coming up. First of all, I guess an event that just happened was your Women Empowering Women.
Yes.
Let's briefly talk about what that group is. You had a meeting yesterday, but you do this all the time. This is an ongoing thing.
Right, and yesterday's was kind of a bonus meeting. We typically meet every other month, and the Women Empowering Women is just a networking and educational group for women in the business world. You don't have to be the business owner of a woman-owned business. You can work at any business. We have a few women that are not in the work world that maybe might want to become involved in the work world that are members. It is a separate membership from the Chamber. You don't have to be a member of the Jasper Chamber to be a part of Women Empowering Women, but it's $45 a year, and that allows us to, if we need to, pay for some speakers, pay for our facility, that type of thing. And then we just charge $5 for you to come, and we give you a nice lunch and just a nice opportunity to network and connect with other women for that hour that the group meets every other month.
And they can contact you at the Chamber for more information.
Yes, and we have application fees, application forms at the Chamber and a schedule of events for the whole year. So any woman out there who's not a member, we encourage membership, Bill. When we kicked off this about a year ago, we had 400 women come to the kickoff event, and then during the year we had about 200 who were paid members. Wow. So we want to try to maintain that about 200 members. Some women have found that they don't have time to come, and so they're not joining again. But for the most part, everyone's kind of re-upping their membership, and we want to make sure that we open it up to new members for the new year.
Okay, and that's Women Empowering Women.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about this Friday. You have an event coming up, the paper shredding.
And oh my goodness, we've been getting a lot of calls on it. So we do this twice a year, and we do it with Piranha Mobile Shredding, and they will shred up to 100 pounds that anyone brings with them, which is about 4 paper boxes full of paper. So you can bring pretty much stuff, and this time of the year it's a great time to get rid of some of your old tax papers and some of those confidential records. It'll be at the south lot of St. Joseph Church parking lot on Newton Street in Jasper from 10 until 1 on the 18th. And so, but they are not shredding on site, and I want to stress that if you bring something and you want to watch them shred it, sorry, they're not shredding on site anymore. They take it all back to Evansville, and they shred it there the same day within an hour after they get back.
Okay, and so it is secure. People need to understand that is secure.
It's very secure. If that company wasn't secure about everything they did, they wouldn't be in business, and we wouldn't be partnering with them.
Now, it's kind of unusual in that if the Jasper Chamber is hosting this, but it's open to anybody that would like to bring something.
That's true. We do it as a public service, a community service event, and we do many of those throughout the year because the Chamber is really an organization that is not only for the business community, but it's for the whole community.
All right, now other events that are coming up?
Yes, we have a Launch Your Own Business, or basically how to start your business, and we've partnered with the Small Business Development Center. They will be providing this. It will be on the March the 22nd from 11 until 1, and it'll be at the Chamber office, and we're limiting it to about 10 to 12 people because that's about what our back room holds. And you would register through the Small Business Development Center, but they need to just contact the Chamber at 482-686 6866. We'll give them, whoever calls, the number up at Bloomington, and they can make the reservation that way. It is $25 to attend, but we're providing a lunch with that.
Is this a series of programs?
No,
or is
this
it a
is just a
one-time?
standalone one time. We may actually repeat this another time during the year, and then we have a couple of others that deal with small business or how to operate a business, kind of in the works, but we don't have those finalized yet.
But you are limited on numbers, so people
Yeah,
need to
we're
make their
limited to
reservation
about
right
12. They need to get their reservation in. Already, I think we have about 4 or 5 that are registered. So typically, though, we'll fill the room because there are people out there that want to know how to start a business. The Small Business Development Center will tell you how to identify objectives, skills, resources, how to describe your business, how to start a business plan, what you need to know before you go to a bank to get a loan, and just those basic types of things. So it's a basic how to start your own or launch your own business seminar on March the 22nd. And the deadline is March the 21st, so just the day before.
Okay, so you need to get registering right away.
That's right. That'll be here before we know it.
I know. Time flies when you're having fun. And then another big event is the State of the State? Not State of the State, but the State of the blank, 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 because you do multiples.
Right. We've started this a couple years ago. It's the state addresses. So we've invited the DuBois County Council President, the DuBois County Commissioners President, the school superintendent from Jasper, Tracy Lori, and then the Jasper Mayor, Terry Seitz, to participate. Each one of them will be giving about a 20-minute presentation on what are those organizations doing. In other words, how are they spending our tax dollars? Because if you look at your tax bill, those are the entities that are the biggest parts of your property tax bill. So we wanted to invite all of those entities to present to the public on what is happening in the county of DuBois, in the greater Jasper schools, and in the city of Jasper. That will be on Thursday, March 31st from 11:30 to 1 in the new CTIM building at VUJC. And we are charging $10, but that'll be just enough to cover the lunch for the day.
So you get lunch for that?
You get lunch, and so you can come in, get your lunch, sit down, and enjoy really about an hour and a half of presentations on what is going on in our local area and basically how are your tax dollars being spent.
Do you need a reservation?
Yes, we do, because we need to know how many lunches to order.
It is limited on the amount of people you can get in the room.
They can seat about 100, I think, something like that. So that'd be great if we had 100 people there.
The legislative breakfasts and things are starting to really fill up.
Yes.
And events like this really do fill up, so they need to make their reservation.
Yeah, people really are interested in what's going on in the government, not just the federal or the state government, but on a local level, what's going on in those governmental entities. And the RSVP is due by March the 28th.
Okay, and they can RSVP by doing what?
Just call the chamber, 482-6866, and we'll write your name down and make sure we have a lunch for you that day.
Okay. Other things going on?
Yeah, I wanted to mention, we also partner with the Work One office, and they present about quarterly some sessions that are kind of to do with the human resource people at the local companies, but a lot of times the human resource director wears many hats at many of our businesses, especially the smaller businesses. So they're doing one on the Family Medical Leave Act. It's always a very popular topic, the FMLA, Beyond the Basics, and that will be, I'm kind of looking here at my notes, that will be here on the 17th from 8 to 9:30 a.m. You really don't need to register for that, and that is I think it's at the CTIM building also. So you just come in, you listen to the speaker, you learn something about, in this case, the FMLA. You also have an opportunity to talk to the Work One representatives that are there and find out any other things you need to know to deal with on a level of how to run your business, how maybe if people are filing for unemployment, or maybe you're going to have layoffs or something, they need to know that ahead of time so they can work with you on those type of issues. And we have a really great Work One office here, some great staff, and we're also connected with the Evansville and the Vincennes areas.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the chamber is really busy. You're busy all the time. It's been a while since we've had you on because you've got so much going on all the time.
I know it, I know. And one of the big things we have going on that's keeping our office very busy is the Buy Indiana Expo. And I wanted to mention that our chamber sponsors that every 3 years. The other 2 years, another chamber sponsors it. But we work with Crane. It's kind of their event, but we sponsor it and we organize it and we run the event. It will be Tuesday, April the 5th at French Lick at the kind of like the tennis area or the golf area there. It's behind the parking garage. But we expect about 250 companies to be vendors there, have a booth space there. And then the person that walks through who they're showing to are the buyers and the procurement officers from Crane. So, and then there's also some seminars that go on basically on how to do business with the federal and the state government. Because you just can't do business with them unless you've kind of gone through the hoops and you've registered and they have you on their list of approved vendors. So we're getting vendors in for this every day. It's very busy in our office processing this whole thing. We do charge, it's $225 for a booth, and then it's more if you need electric and if you need a box lunch and if you want to play golf, that's all included in these things. But the seminars are not, they're not charged for, they're included as a kind of just an extra bonus for this. But we do have a deadline of March the 11th kind of for the early bird fee, and then it goes to $250 after that time. But it's a great event. It's great exposure for the Jasper area and then also for our chamber. And just for this part of southern Indiana, there will be companies coming in from all over the United States and all parts of Indiana.
So I guess really you're looking to recruit vendors.
We're looking to recruit
because the
vendors.
people from Crane will be there automatically.
That's right. That's
right?
the people that walk through. We get a few calls of how do I register just to walk through. That's not the intent. The intent is if you want to be there, you should have a booth because, well, not only that, but you have 250 other booths that you can market yourself to.
Right.
So even if you have no intention of marketing to the people at Crane because you don't know if you fit in with that, it would still be advantageous to have a booth because there are a lot of other companies there that you might be able to partner with or do business with.
Does this happen every year?
It is every year
at
around.
French Lick, though?
It's always at French Lick.
But you host it every third year.
That's right. We host it every third year. The reason it's at French Lick is because they have a nice big facility that can hold us, and it's in pretty close proximity to the people that come from Crane.
All right. So and if you want to be a vendor, if you think you might want to sell to the government or to folks at Crane, contact Nancy, right?
That's right. We'll get you lined up and we'll help you kind of jump through some of those hoops. And Bill, that's pretty much what we have going on.
Well, that's enough. There's plenty going on. So make sure
and that's just the month of March and part of April.
Stay tuned because we'll have her come back and talk about things that are going on in April, May, all throughout the whole year. And we do want to point out that if you've been wondering about the Home Expo, that has been put off
till September.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the Jasper Chamber Home Expo, a local event, and that is in September. And we'll get more information maybe the next time I come on about that.
That's great. All right, Nancy, thank you very much
Thanks,
for coming
Bill.
in. Thank you for watching WJTS-Inform. Our guest has been Nancy Eckerle. She's the Executive Director for the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. We're WJTS, local people watching local people.